So when you first get lipedema or you realise you have lipedema, it's kind of like moving to a new country, right? Just like I did 4 weeks ago, moved from Australia to Bangkok. But I want to talk about the difficulties of starting out with the realisation it may not be that you have a diagnosis of lipedema. Most of us find out we have lipedema through other videos and figuring out that our body type is not the same as every other woman. That kind of puts you in this space of, holy crap, what do I do now? And that's where I've been at. I've been having to start at the beginning again since I've been in Bangkok. But it's a really good parallel because it's like a blank slate. You have all these things open to you. Yes, you can make wrong choices, wrong decisions, pick the wrong people for your team, and all of that kind of thing. But you can always change it. You can always readjust, reassess, tweak, and start again. So I thought I'd bring you along with me today, and we'll talk about what you would do if you're just starting out with this knowledge. So, welcome to Bangkok. So the first thing you need to do is simply walk. In Bangkok, there's this amazing skywalk above the train system, or Skyrail, and it's a nice, straight, undercover, out of the weather platform, and you just walk. So same with lipedema, you just start walking the road and seeing what's around you, right? You just, what's open to you, what are other people doing and saying, where are other people walking? That's the starting point. The first thing I did here in Bangkok is find our local shopping centre, which being in a soak is very close by. It's Terminal 21, but is Robinsons and Tops is our grocery store. Robinsons is the department store, Tops is the grocery store. So I guess in the lipedema world, the first thing you're looking for is basic information. So probably groups would be the same thing as shopping centres for lipedema information. Now, it's not always going to be the best option, just like Tops is not the cheapest option here in Bangkok, but it's the starting point. We know we can get what we need from Tops and from Robinsons to get started until we know other things and better things. So whatever groups that you join, there's lipedema groups all over the world. Probably the best option is to find one in your country. That way the doctors that are recommended and the specialists that are recommended are in your country, which is always helpful. So that's the starting point, is find some groups, find people who can share their experience with you so you know what you want to do next. The next thing you have to figure out is the lay of the land, all right? So navigation. We have the BTS SkyTrain, which tells us where everything is in this city. Do I remember? Oh my goodness, no. In the lipedema world, this would be called knowing the language. If there are things that you don't understand, language that you don't understand in the groups that you've joined, you Google it. We have got access to everything now. So if there's a word you don't understand or something about lipedema that you don't understand, you start Googling it so that you understand the language. To me, that's the navigation of lipedema. Now, sometimes you will get on a train in that country and follow that thing that you've Googled right down the line, right? You will find out everything you can about it. Sometimes you'll get on a wrong train and go, yeah, and get off at the next stop. Either way works. It's all about you figuring out for yourself what is relevant to you and your personal journey with lipedema. Pretty soon you'll figure out there's actually a lot of people in the lipedema world. So I'm in the Emporium in Hong Kong right now, and this is a prime example of how it relates to lipedema. There is 4 or 5 floors of shops here, but there was only one that was of interest to me. The stationery store, which had all the things I've been looking for my office. So sometimes you'll go down a big rabbit hole with lipedema and find one little tidbit that's relevant to you. And that's okay. You will have far more knowledge about what's around you. I now know what's a train ride away. And I know that the only thing in here really, apart from a few cafes that I might want to check out, but cafes here are really expensive, is simply the stationery store. And that's a win. Sometimes when you're lost, you will just find beautiful things that remind you to keep going. Just like this frog. Sometimes there'll be quite a few stairs to climb in your journey, and not just once, but many times. But that's okay. It's still pointing you in the right direction for you. Okay, so as predicted, I got off the train and went the wrong way along the skywalk, but that's okay. I got to a certain point and went, no, this is not my direction. I'm going to turn around. So I've turned around and I'll get to the right direction eventually. And that's what we do with lipedema and health and chronic disease. We just keep forging ahead. If we need to turn around, we turn around. It doesn't matter. All we know is that that wasn't the direction for us. It's time to find a new one. Not everything that is expensive is better. Okay, so we can pay for some really expensive modalities and options, and we will do that because we won't think about it and we think it sounds good. But here in Bangkok, coffee is a prime example of that. The average coffee in a cafe or a Western type place is going to be as much as it was in Australia, so $8, $9. 7-Eleven coffee though is 35 baht, which is $1.60 roughly, in comparison to $8 or $9. And it's actually my favourite coffee. It actually tastes really good. I was going through a stage of having one a day. I don't so much now, it's one every few days maybe, but it's a really good example that the expensive treatments are not always the best treatments for us individually. It might work great for some people, but for other people it's not so much. So cheers to my 35 baht coffee. The other thing we need to do is to find peace when we're going through a healing journey like this and trying to figure out what's what. It is overwhelming and confusing and huge, just like Bangkok. So find some peace, find somewhere or some way of being okay with things as they are right now while you look for what you need in the future. We have a park. This amazing park at the end of our street, and so when Bangkok becomes so overwhelming as it does, then a walk in the park of an evening like now just makes everything feel like it's okay. So with lipedema, find the inner work, find the inner modality that helps you feel at peace. Sometimes in your lipedema journey, you won't be able to see the wood for the trees, right? Because there's so much out there, yet so little. There's only really basics that you can follow because they haven't done enough research, because it's not seen as important, I guess, for the research to happen just yet. That will come. The more of us that stand up and say what we need from our doctors, the more research will be put into this. So I guess that the main thing I want to get across to you is that when you know you have a chronic disease like lipedema, it's not easy. You've got to do the hard work, you've got to put in the effort to find the information, understand the language, find the people that can help you sort it out and help you to understand it. That is what I want for you. That's all I want to encourage you to do. We do this all the time. Moving to another country, moving to another town, starting a new job, meeting new people, it's all the same thing. It's daunting and you just have to put one foot in front of the other. So I hope this has inspired you to perhaps just take a step into the world of lipedema and try and understand a few more things about beautiful you.